Hello. Like you said, my name's Yon Mills. I've recently been in partnership with CMFI, which is my sending company. They've been in business for about 75 years, in about 25 different countries. So we're just going from there. And my faith story, where it starts, is where I think most of them start, with my parents. Two most important people on this earth to me. They introduced me to God. They reintroduced me to God after I left Him. So I got them to thank for everything. My church, after they've brought me back into the church, I mean, it was like a lightning bolt. I mean, I dove head first straight in. And then it became becoming of a servant in God's commission. So my student life, my 305, and my block, they're all children's missions that I'm in right now. There's a few other, but they're my main ones right now. I always said, if you don't believe in God, look into a child's eye, and then you have no doubt. That brought me to my servanthood. My servanthood, I began doing mission trips. I done 2 to Kenya, 1 to Cuba, and then I did a faith journey to Israel. And they brought me a clarity, I guess you could say, to how we should live a humble life of servanthood. When someone puts you on a pedestal just because you came there, it changes your mind, you know. It makes you think twice. You're honoring me just because I'm here. So that's when I decided that my servanthood should go to the next steps. And from these next steps, I was hearing the call. I mean, it was almost thunderous. Every time I turned around, there'd be something that, you know, someone was saying something, or I saw something, and it was undeniable. So I was like, hey, let's go. So I talked to Lynn Kazir. Lynn Kazir works for CMFI. He's one that did all our Kenya mission trips that we did. So I talked to him, and I'm like, hey, next time I come, I'm just staying. He's like, don't work that way. So I went back to school at 48, got my bachelor's degree in religion with a concentration of global studies. So that ended me up with CMFI. Was the next step. They're a sending company. They kind of manage my stuff so I can go to different countries and find homes and what. So the next step from there was Equip Britain. It's a 10-month internship, and that's what I'm currently seeking partnerships for right now. It's why I'm going to be what I'll be if it, you know, with God's work. They are kind of a school plus mission together. They do about 70% of personal mission in the community, and about 30% of more teaching for cross-cultural work, cross-cultural understanding, and just simply being able to build a relationship with someone that's not of your culture. There's so many little things that we don't think about when we talk about cross-culturals, because, you know, like when we went to Kenya the first time, they're like, don't point. That's like a sin there, because he's like, if you point at the wrong person, they're liable to hit you. You know, so just the little things that we don't think about. So they're going to help me out with that, along with building up my already studies from school and everything. So and then, sorry, lost my spot. And when we go, yeah, There we go. So they'll give me the support. They'll let me figure out myself, the world, and both together as a cross-cultural community. Why Britain? They're the most diversified city in the world. They have 175 of the, I think it's 220 different cultures in that city, in Birmingham. So that's where I'll be going for 10 months to study and to work as a kingdom worker. They'll also give me the structure and the foundation, both spiritually, emotionally, and teaching and coaching by mentors. Next. First Christian is my foundational church, and what we do there is our church seeks to make devotion. Seeks to develop devoted followers of Jesus Christ, growing and serving together. Between that mission statement from my church and CMF's mission statement of creating Christ-centered communities of transformation that transform the world, I've adapted another thought or study from my studies from a professor. Coming together is a process, staying together is success. The main thing that I've learned through my studies, through my missions, and through just everyday life is the simple fact that if we don't come together and if we're not united in each of our ways, our forms, and our missions, it's a destroyer of trust. And trust is like the most important word in the world for me. Because without trust, we're not going to do nothing. If I don't trust a certain person, I can't rely on. If I don't trust a certain person, I can't show them love as well as I should. If we trust in each other, then we can walk in faith with each other. We can bring each other together. We can bring the light from the darkness that doesn't usually shine. We can do, as it says in Scripture, all things through God. We trust God. We trust His ways. And we bring it all together. So, I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell for me. It's the whole thing is a trust thing to build a community under God's umbrella, so He gives us the protection, the love, the grace, the mercy that we don't deserve, but yet He's there for us. So I want to be there for Him as I do missions. I want to reach every nation. I know I can't do it myself, but with others, I might get to one or two of them. And that's what I want to thank you guys for listening to me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your consideration. And thank you very much.